This is African News 24 TV. I'm Mary ADIM, and here are the stories shaping politics, sports, and global affairs right now. We bring you the headlines that demand attention. Stay tuned as we uncover today's top developments. The headlines first. Judge withdraws from EFCC's case against former Attorney General of the Federation, Malami. Tax experts, policymakers, others confer on ongoing tax regime. Powerful cyclone kills dozens, displaces thousands in Madagascar. Now to the full conversation, beginning with the court where Justice Obiora Egwuatu has withdrawn from 2 cases filed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission against the former Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Abubakar Malami. Justice Egwuatu, who was assigned the case by the Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John Soho, said he decided to withdraw from 2 cases for personal reasons and for the better interest of justice. The development occurred shortly after the civil suit for forfeiture of 57 properties allegedly linked to Malami was called for mention. The cases were formerly before Justice Emeka Nwite, who sat as a vacation judge during the Christmas break. The 2 cases include the multi-billion naira asset forfeiture case concerning 57 properties and the 8.7 billion naira money laundering charges filed by the EFCC against Malami, his wife Asabe Bashir, and son Abdulaziz Malami. And out of the court, the federal government has reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening security in schools across the country. This follows renewed collaboration between the Federal Ministry of Education and the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, which is aimed at enhancing the safety of students and educational institutions. Take a listen.
The government is stepping up efforts to protect students and secure learning environments across Nigeria. This move comes amid ongoing concerns over school safety and the need to safeguard educational institutions from security threats. At this high-level engagement in Abuja, the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, emphasized the importance of collaboration between security agency and education authorities to ensure uninterrupted learning nationwide. The minister noted that creating a safe and secure school environment remains a top priority of the current administration, stressing that no meaningful academic progress can take place without adequate protection of students and staff.
We will get to a point that every single school, both public and private school in the country, will have a panic button that if they see any suspicious activity, they can press that panic button. It goes straight to the local government control center. They will deploy the community guidance, the key response personnel to those schools. That's how we can bring this to the incidences of the cases of abduction and kidnapping in the school to total end. We would be working on how to couple dependent funding together for the Civil Defense Corps to be able to do their work.
The Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps also committed to strengthening surveillance and deploying personnel to vulnerable schools across the country.
We established what we call Schools Community Security Vanguard. This Schools Community Security Vanguard means is a kind of advocacy team that we established nationwide, where we had engagements with principals of schools, parent-teacher association, traditional rulers, youth leaders, and what have you. I'd like to assure you, that the Corps is with you. The Corps has already keyed into all the policies of schools protection, and we're ready to do more. We are going to also, moving forward, we're going to strengthen all our operational activities, and strategy so that we can work together to provide security and safety for our schools.
The hope is that this renewed partnership will improve coordination between federal and state authorities while reinforcing existing security frameworks within the education sector. Stakeholders says the initiative will not only boost parents' confidence but also ensure that students can pursue their education in a safe and protected environment.
The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has announced June as the commissioning date for the ongoing Airport KUJE Road project. The Minister gave the assurance after inspecting the level of work on the critical infrastructure linking the Abuja Airport corridor to KUJE Area Council. We have more details in this report.
The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, has expressed satisfaction with the pace of work on the Airport KUJE Road, describing the project as strategic to improving connectivity and boosting economic activities within the FCT. The Minister was speaking during an inspection tour of the project site where he stated that the road will be ready for commissioning in June. Wike noted that the project will ease traffic congestion, enhance access to the airport, and open up surrounding communities for development.
The airport to KUJE Road is a wild road that's very key for us. Then from KUJE to Kwabrada, the last time I was there, you remember, we stopped at the mosque where they were constructing. And we were well impressed with the level of work done. And like the contractors have said, God willing, by first week of June or June, they would have inaugurated this project. It's a very important project so that you don't need to go to the through airport if you are going to go to town. So I think it's very important. We are very, very happy with what we have seen. Very happy.
The Minister also urged contractors to maintain quality standards and ensure timely completion, warning that the FCT administration will not tolerate unnecessary delays. According to the Minister, residents and commuters will benefit significantly from the project once completed, as it forms part of broader effort to upgrade.
And in security, President Tinubu has received the Governor of Anambra State, Soludo, in Abuja, with discussions focusing on enhancing security and protecting lives and properties in the southeast. Our next report tells us more.
Rising concern over insecurity in the southeast prompted the federal and state government to emphasize the importance of collaborative action to ensure the safety of citizens. Governor of Anambra State, Soludo, said security is a shared responsibility, requiring coordinated effort from the federal authorities, state and local government, communities and all security agencies, including the police, army, navy, DSS, civil defense and local vigilante groups. The governor was speaking after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu at the presidential villa, where he went to brief the president on the security situation of his state. Governor Soludo highlighted that since assuming office, his administration has dismantled 62 criminal camps in Anambra State, working alongside anti-cult, anti-touting, and other internal security outfits to restore peace and confidence among residents. He described Anambra as the safest state in Nigeria following his efforts.
You know, when I assumed office, so far since I came into office, about 62 criminal camps have been dismantled in Anambra, and we're not resting.
He noted that visible improvement in security, particularly during the last Christmas period, have allowed normal economic and social activities to resume, reflecting growing public confidence in state government initiative.
And we decided that this year must be an end. Enough is enough. And I'm happy that so far we're taking back our region, we're taking back our state.
The governor of Anambra State also said that insecurity had previously caused the southeast region significantly disrupting schools, markets, and daily lives. He assured that decisive and continuous action is being taken to prevent criminality from dominating the region.
Still in security, the Nigerian Senate has questioned the Defense Ministry over recurring security attacks, raising concerns that budgetary allocations don't appear to be translating into effective protection for citizens. Take a listen.
Authorities, states, and local government.
The federal government is stepping up efforts to protect students and secure learning environments across Nigeria. This move comes amid ongoing concerns over school safety and the need to safeguard educational institutions from security threats. At this high-level engagement in Abuja, the Minister of Education, Dr. Tunji Alausa, emphasized the importance of collaboration between security agency and education authorities to ensure uninterrupted learning nationwide. The minister noted that creating a safe and secure school environment.
This meeting is at the instance of Senate Committee on Defense and seek answers from the Ministry of Defense over recurring security attacks across the country, in spite of the budgetary allocations. Lawmakers say persistent security challenges determined a detailed review of defense spending and operational efficiency to ensure the nation's armed forces are adequately equipped to protect citizens.
Our reality in the last 50 years has been that of battling terrorists and insurgents that have succeeded in carrying out kidnappings, mass abductions of communities and students, massacres, arson, and so on and so forth.
The committee noted that recurring attacks, particularly in the northeast and other conflict-prone areas, raise serious questions about resource development and operational readiness. Senators tasked the Defense Ministry with the provision of detailed explanations and personnel development, procurement processes, and maintenance of military.
We'll go on a quick break, and when we return, we'll tell you about what NNPC is saying about gas supply within the next 4 days. That's on business. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and in business news, as Nigeria advances efforts to strengthen its fiscal structure and streamline revenue generation, stakeholders are advocating clearer constitutional responsibilities among the 3 tiers of government. This was the focus of the Eco Club public lecture themed Fiscal Federalism and the Tax Law Reforms, where tax experts, policymakers, and members of the private sector to examine the implications of the ongoing reforms on governance and economic growth. Zena Boyeni has more details.
Themed Fiscal Federalism and the Tax Law Reforms brought together tax administrators, legal experts, and private sector stakeholders to examine Nigeria's evolving revenue framework.
There are innovations of reduction.
Delivering the lead paper, tax law scholar Professor Abiola Soni emphasized that fiscal federalism requires a clear allocation of responsibilities among the federal, state, and local government based on capacity and efficiency. Professor Soni noted that the ongoing reform streamlines Nigeria's tax structure, discarding the multiplicity of overlapping taxes and consolidating them into 3 major categories. He added that government agencies are not above fiscal responsibilities, noting that public institutions are also expected to comply with applicable tax obligations.
For income tax, if you earn anything below 800,000, no tax. For companies, if the turnover is less than 100 million, no tax. For capital gain tax, if the gain is less than 10 million, no tax. And again, if the turnover, I mean what you use to trade, is not up to 150 million, no tax. Then furthermore, even if the gain is more than 10 million, and then the turnover is more than 150 million, if you reinvest by buying shares in the same year, no tax. Then CGT, then stamp duty. If the value of the document is not up to 10 million, there is no tax, stamp duty anymore. Then relating to rent, unless rent that exceed 1 million. If the tax system is saying, let the poor breathe, 70% or more of the people, no tax, who are the people opposed to it? They must be those who are powerful, those who feel that it may now be difficult for them to hide.
Representing the chairman of the Lagos State Internal Revenue Service, Dr. Ayodele Subaru, Tokunbo Akonde stated that the reform prioritizes the welfare of individual taxpayers, particularly low-income earners. The president of the Eco Club, Adedeji Lawal, in his remarks, said the lecture was organized to deepen public understanding of fiscal reforms and promote informed civic engagement on national development issues.
The club has over time been having business luncheon. A lot of either correct information or misinformation. People are apprehensive, thinking that, okay, once it's 2026, everybody, you pay tax, whether you earn income or you don't earn income. So in order to assist our members, both at individual level, and their businesses and members of the society.
The chairman of the lecture, Tajuddin Afolabi, commended the reform efforts and called for sustained collaboration between government institutions and the private sector to ensure effective implementation.
Anything that affects human life, at one point or the other, will be subjected to some reforms based on whatever inadequacies that one might notice in the present system. And I think that is what is being addressed.
Founded in 1974, the Eco Club, known for fostering intellectual discourse and policy conversations, says it will continue to provide platforms that encourage constructive dialogue on issues critical to national growth. Zainab Oyeni, African News 24.
Away from there, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited has cautioned that electricity supply nationwide may experience a temporary decline following the shutdown of a major gas production facility operated by its joint venture partner, Seplat Energy PLC. In a notice titled Scheduled Maintenance on Major Gas Plants and Facilities, NNPC's Chief Corporate Communications Officer, Andy Ode, confirmed the shutdown. He explained that the exercise is mandatory and routine, but acknowledged it would moderately impact electricity output nationwide. Ode assured the public that NNPC and Seplat are working to minimize disruptions and restore full operations promptly. Seplat Energy announced a 4-day shutdown of its gas production facilities for routine industry standard maintenance. The maintenance runs from February 12 to 15, 2026. The affected facilities supply gas into NNPC Gas Infrastructure Company Limited pipeline network, which feeds several power generation companies. And in foreign news, Bangladesh has held its first general election since the dramatic and bloody ousting of former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The vote comes after months of unrest and political uncertainty following violent protests that led to her removal from office. Electoral officials reported a steady turnout, although some opposition groups raised concerns about transparency and fairness. The election is widely seen as a critical test of Bangladesh's democratic stability, and results are expected to shape the country's direction as it seeks to rebuild institutions and ease tensions. Dozens of people have been killed and thousands displaced in Madagascar after a powerful cyclone packing winds of up to 167 miles per hour battered the island nation. The storm tore through several regions, destroying homes, cutting off roads, and damaging critical infrastructure. Emergency shelters have been set up for displaced families, while humanitarian agencies are providing food, clean water, and medical supplies. Welcome to sports. England's national football team manager, Thomas Tuchel, has extended his contract with the Football Association to stay in charge until 2028. The 52-year-old German took over from Gareth Southgate in 2025 and had initially been set to remain only through the 2026 World Cup in North America. Tuchel expressed his excitement, saying he is very happy and proud to continue leading the team through the World Cup, Nations League and the Euro 2028 tournament. Football Association Chief Executive Nottingham Forest has sacked manager Sean Dyche following a goalless draw with Wolverhampton Wanderers that left the club struggling in the Premier League. Dyche, 54, has 114 days, becoming the third Forest manager to be dismissed this season after Nuno Espirito Santo and Ange Postecoglou. The draw at the City Ground saw Forest create 35 attempts without scoring, leaving fans frustrated as the team fights to avoid relegation. The club is now searching for a new head coach, with former Wolves manager Vitor Pereira among the potential candidates. And in entertainment, actor and filmmaker Rotimi Salami has unveiled a trailer for Kilanko, The Invincible Child, the final movie directed by the late Allwell Ademola. The film, which is scheduled to hit cinemas on March 6, 2026, features Ademola's performance in what has been described as a testament to her talent and dedication to her craft. Salami explained that the project was a collaborative effort, with the late filmmaker serving as director while he took on the role of producer. According to him, Ademola poured her heart into the movie before her passing, admitting that he feels more anxious than excited about its release. Sharing the trailer on social media, Salami wrote, "Some mysteries run deeper than blood. Some pain cannot be spoken. Some stories must be seen to be believed." He described the film as an epic tale unlike anything witnessed before, where pain is hidden, sacrifice is sacred, and mothers become deities. And finally, Nigerian music icon Innocent Idibia, popularly known as Chubaba, has dismissed claims that he is a womanizer, insisting that he is simply a lover boy. The singer made the remark while addressing perceptions about his relationships and public image. According to him, being affectionate and expressive about love should not be mistaken for womanizing. Subaba explained that he believes in love and is naturally drawn to expressing care and admiration for women, but maintained that this does not define him as a womanizer. He noted that people often misunderstand his personality and past experiences. The award-winning artist, who has frequently been in the spotlight over his personal life, said labels placed on him by the public do not fully capture who he is. And that's all for now. For ongoing coverage and the latest breaking updates, visit africannews24.ng and follow us across all social media platforms. I'm Mary Adim. Thank you for watching. Have a restful evening.
You know, but I'm...